I'm currently just working through, of course, yours truly, the Modern Woman Planner, and working through what it will be my first week of really using this planner. And I just thought it would be fun or interesting for you guys to see how I am using it to work towards my goals and dreams in 2020. So in the planner, you don't have to do everything all in one go. I know sometimes it can be very intimidating, very scary to have all of these pages to work through. And I have basically gone at my own pace. I mean, I do a lot of journaling anyway, so I have a lot of my ideas and my thoughts in different places. But if you have one of these planners and you are thinking to yourself, oh my God, there's just so much to do, there's so much to write, please don't be overwhelmed by it. It's really for you to do at your pace, in your way, and in your time. So for example, I only started talking about my intentions for this year when just last week, right? This is where I just sort of wrote down some of the things that I want to achieve and accomplish. And you know, it wasn't all done in one day. I had moments where I went back, I went to think about what I wanted. I had moments where I was inspired. You know, this was blank for a while. I didn't know what I wanted to do in the first quarter other than my business related goals. And then as the week went by, you know, other things popped into my mind. Again, this, you know, I haven't come up with what I want for May and June and all of the other stuff, right? So it's about going at your pace and not feeling overwhelmed with having to do it in any particular order or in any particular way. So now I just want to talk through how I do my reviews. So I try to make Fridays about my weekly review, and especially in terms of my work. So I try and have a Monday to Friday typical work day, and I use that as the opportunity to review what has gone on in my business, what has gone on in my coaching, what has gone on in some of the plans and objectives that I in the week. So this is my first complete week of the weekly planner. This is where I wrote down what I wanted to achieve this week. I wrote down some of my priorities, but the part that I really want to focus on today is your week in review. So the week in review is the opportunity that you get to look at how has the week been. And this is about looking at what highlights you had, what wins you had, what lessons you learned from this week, and also what you're grateful for this week. So there are 3 components to the review. And the reason why I broke it down is because when you get into the habit of reviewing your week, what will happen is that by the time you look at the end of the month, end of the quarter, end of the year, you will have a story to tell. You will be able to see what has been working in your life, what you can improve, what you can work, change. And it really gives you a picture of your growth and your development. I try to stay in a reflection mode where I'm thinking about how did I do well with my clients this week? How did I do well with my business? How did I do well with myself? And it's really important when we can get into a daily and regular habit of reflecting and reviewing how we're doing. So I'm going to take you through a blank version of the weekly planner to give you an idea and hopefully to help you out as well. So I'm taking you through what a typical planner looks like. Now this is my sample version of the Modern Woman Planner. All of my final versions were sold out. I've got a new batch coming in next week. But your weekly planner looks like this, right? It looks like where you get the chance to set out what it is you want to do in the week, right? What are the daily habits you're going to track? And then it gives you the option to keep yourself on track by ticking the boxes at the end of every day. Now, the key feature of the weekly planner is actually in the review section. And I purposely designed it for you to get into the habit of reviewing your highlights. I don't know if you can see that, reviewing your highlights and your wins reviewing lessons, reflecting on lessons that you've learnt, and of course, having a time of gratitude. So planning your week in that way really allows you to stay very intentional about what it is you're trying to accomplish, because you're building up week by week towards your eventual overarching goals. And what I love so much about the planner, like I said before, is that ability to get into the habit of reflecting and reviewing, so that it's not just actually at the end of the year that you now want to sit down and take stock of all of what you've done. You have got an actual live, active working document that keeps you on track, that keeps you reviewing what you're doing in the year, so you know where to course correct, you know where to tweak, you know where to improve, you know what to change. And so it's really a resourceful tool. I created it because I wanted something so practical, and the demand and interest that has come about me creating this planner really is phenomenal. Sorry, I think I got ice cream on my mouth. So that's basically how I review. If you are on my mailing list and you have bought one of the planners, we are going to be having at the end of the month a goal accountability coaching session, which is really going to be for us to do a collective group review of what we have done so far in the month, how far we're going, what we are doing towards our goals, what the challenges are. And it's really an opportunity for me to give you some one-on-one coaching within the group setting. And it's one of the added bonuses that come with the planner. So the planner is not just for you to have it and go about your business, but it's also to be in a community of modern women who are seeking to be the very best version of themselves this year. And we are, holding each other on that journey. So if you would like a planner, all you have to do is click the link in my bio. It's the first tab, and then you can learn more about the planner. And there's also a free tutorial, absolutely free, whether or not you have the planner, on how to use the planner, but also how to effectively just plan your year, your week. So that is basically the summary of the planner. This is Igniting the Modern Woman Planner. It's a fantastic resource. I believe that it's one that will transform how you stay intentional and focused in this year 2020. Click the link in my bio. It's the first link, and you can find out everything you want to know about the planner. And whether or not you want to buy the planner, I have an absolutely fantastic free tutorial that I've created. It's almost like a workshop actually, on how to effectively plan your year. And it's based on using the planner, but you can still get so much insight, so much coaching resources through that particular tutorial. So if you're not decided yet about whether you want to have the planner, no problem. Do make use of all the other resources that are available.
Found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surrender